Hello, all you lovely creative people. This is June from Oakwood Lane Designs, and we're going to have some fun tonight. Um, let me get up chat while I can. Alrighty, we have live chat up. Okay, so it is May Day, so happy May 1st. This is homemade methiglen, which is a spiced honey mead that I made myself. I fermented the honey and put in like cinnamon and clove and I don't know, allspice. Absolutely delicious. So I figured I'd salute the day, and to anyone who happens to be pagan out there, happy Beltane. So saluta. I love the way it dings. I love this glass. This is Italian crystal. Listen to that ting. This is Italian crystal that is made without any emissions, and it's called RC something type. But the name of the pattern is tattoo. It is. I got it in the wine glass, in the small drinking glass, in this really pretty coupe glass. Hi, Lynn. How are you, sweetie? Welcome to the show. Happy May Day to you. And yeah, I got it in a few different ones because I just absolutely love the design and I love the way ice tings when it's in there. Okay. Another order of business is there used to be a group of us, and I don't know, I think it was way prior to COVID in 2020. So I don't know how long we've all been friends, maybe 8 years, eight, 7 years, whatever, prior to 2020, a couple of years prior to 2020. Good, I'm glad, Lynn. I'm glad you're okay. And there was a group of us, and there was quite a few different groups of people that were on YouTube, and they had shows, and it was a lot of fun. And somehow or another, except if Martha goes on every once in a while, I'm pretty much the last one out of the group that's gone on. And in Facebook Messenger, we had some chat groups that we were all in, and I would always post that I was coming on live when I was coming on live in the chat groups. But because of circumstances that have recently happened with someone getting hacked, which is not their fault, but you can't, because I had my own little group, and you can't just take that person off. So I just decided to leave all groups because once a person is hacked, I don't know how to get them out of the group. So I just don't want to be in groups with hacked people because I don't know how long it is that they would get out. And even if you block them and you want to go back in the group chat, the first thing that it says is, you blocked a person in this chat. Do you still want to continue? So I just decided I'm making my life easier. I'm getting out of all the chat groups, posting it on my Facebook page if you want to come in. And or I would hope that you're subscribed and have your notifications on. I usually come on Wednesdays, not every Wednesday, but it's 7 o'clock. And my sister usually comes on at 8 o'clock, but she's been having back problems, so she won't be joining us tonight. So a lot of people, as a matter of fact, have messaged me and saying that they won't be joining us tonight, and that's fine. That's good. Whatever makes everybody feel comfortable. I'm here. If you want to join me, it's fine. If you can't, that's all good too. So I'll have another drink of my homemade methiglen, which is honey mead, with spices. Hey, Martha, how are you? And maybe, as everybody knows, I've been working on the Christmas Carol mice. And I have finished Jacob Marley, except for his whiskers, but I will probably be showing him. I haven't been posting any of them on my personal page on Facebook, but I am in two other, like the felting group and another artist group, and I've been posting them there. But I think I'm going to be posting the 4 of them that I have finished. I have 3 more to go, one of which we're going to start doing tonight or start working on them a little bit more. And yeah, I finished Scrooge. I finished the Cratchits, which includes Tiny Tim, and I finished Jacob Marley. So another thing that, because I've been deep diving in the book, um, it's the ghost of Marley, but it's the spirits of Christmas past, present, and future. So I'm going to have to try to remember that. So tonight I'm going to start working on the spirit of Christmas past. So let's move on. I think I've did all of the blah, blah, blah stuff. Let's go down to this. There we go. Can everybody, here we go. Sorry about all of that. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Good. Okay. Woo, that was fun. That was fun. Another little fun thing. I spent the last 20 minutes trying to clean up this little gray mat that I have down here because when I looked at it, it was entirely covered with paint. So we're getting there. Okay, so here is, thank you, Martha, for letting me know. Here is Jacob Marley. Can we see him? Okay, what happened with Jacob was he had long pants. And I was doing something really silly. I didn't go back, which I don't know why I didn't do this, and go back and look at the text on what they said that Jacob was wearing. And he didn't have long pants on. He had like this kind of pant all the way to the top, which I wasn't going to redo. But I did have to cut his pants off like here. I had to put stockings on him and then a little cuff, gather the stitches around this and a little cuff. And then the stockings. And of course, I had to make them less white. So that took a while. And the other thing I was doing today, and I don't know if you can see it really well, there's still some work I have to do on this, but they mentioned twice in the book. So I thought, since I'm doing this from the book, that he had tassels on his boots. So I tried to make a little tassels. And yeah, so that was some fun things trying to do like really tiny work. And today was a lot of redoing of his chains. So here's his chain, because his chain is described as being wrapped around him and as a tail. So here are some of the lock boxes I made. I got to fix this one. I got to paint it a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, you can. Here's some of them. Here's another lock box I made. Here's, if you can see on the side, his ledger, his books. Here's a receipt book. And here was the original one I tried to do a few lives ago that gave me so much trouble, but I redid it. And some keys. They said he had ledgers, padlocks, keys, cash boxes, and some kind of metal something or other. So I got the padlocks. I made the padlocks. The keys are the only things that I didn't try to make. But I found a really nice place on Etsy that had them, so that was good. I also made like a bunch of eviction notices that I put on him, and more padlocks and stuff. So he's almost done, except for a little bit more work on his shoes, and then I have to definitely put in his whiskers. But I believe that Jacob is done. So I'm just going to move him over. Oh yeah, they said it was a tail. I know I was confused. It was wrapped around and like a tail that came out of his back with all of these items on it. So I originally it was like the chains were hanging from all different directions. So I just decided to make one here and then branch off by using another padlock there. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to move him over because I don't really want him on the desk. Alrighty, so we are going to be working on the spirit of Christmas past. And the spirit of Christmas past is a person that's described as young but looks very old or old. Thank you, Martha. Has long hair, which we will debate at another time if I'm going to do that. Has a white tunic with a belt that seems to like flash colors, holding a and the white tunic has like summer flowers, which I am buying nail flowers to see if I can decorate the tunic in, flowers they make for nails. Holding a candle snuffer, and in contrast to the summer flowers, holding a sprig of holly, which is very easy to make, but there is a light coming out of their head. And if you noticed, I ran this tube, which is hopefully where my wires are going to go through. I have an idea of the lights, but I just have to figure it out a little bit more of which ones I'm going to get. So I'm going to try to put a light that sort of looks like a little flame on the top of her head. For some reason, this one seems more of a her to me than any of the rest, but it isn't. It's like not sexual at all, any of these things. Any of this, the Ghost of Christmas Present is definitely a male figure, but the past and the future, I am not quite sure. So this one is a little bit smaller, but it's not as small as Tiny Tim. So we're going to start. Oh, and the arms and the hands are longer than normal, but I didn't do that. I might be able to do that with the hands. And the hands were very, even though the person seems to me from the descriptions as being very petite or small, the hands are big. So I'm going to try to do that a little bit. So make the feeties and the hands a little bit bigger. I'm going to start. I did some work on the tail, and I baked it because the cosplay really needs to be, pressed and leach out some of the plasticizer because it is just too gooey. And this was, I used it, this particular one before I leached it out, and it was like trying to do taffy. It was really hard. It was just not working out. So I baked whatever I did, and now I can always adjust it by putting more polymer clay on it. But I'm thinking that I'd like to start working on the feeties and maybe even the hands. So this color in here is the same color as this baked. It's the translucent clay with some chalks added into it. And this I did put it in between the two pieces of paper and get all the excess stuff out of it because it's just too soft. I don't like working with too soft clay. And I already did the first mistake was, even though I washed my hands before I got here, there's a lot of dirt in the clay already because, like I said, I have been cleaning this my mat. And okay, here we go. So let's start with some feeties. It's a beautiful day in New York. It's a little overcast, but it's still a beautiful day. I went for my nice walk this morning like I normally do. So normally with my mice, I give this pink structure a little bit more up the leg. But now on this one, I'm going to try to make, this is going to have the fur all the way down. And it's going to, and I usually have like from the elbow to the paw, I usually just have polymer clay, but we're going to change that a little bit on this one because this one is wearing a tunic and I don't believe it has any sleeves on the tunic. So I'm just going to, where am I? I'm just going to make it a mouse's arms all the way down. This is liquid polymer clay. This happens to be FEMA. Beautiful day here also. Lovely. Great. Cold and raining here. Oh. We're gonna, it's like, it's not really warm here yet. What day? A couple of days ago, it got up into the 80s and that was disgusting. I'm not ready for 80s just yet. Okay. Now that we've encased the armature with polymer clay, I don't need the liquid polymer clay at all anymore, or up to this point. So I was watching Ace of Clay and he made Tom Bombadil from the Lord of the Rings book, and I enjoyed that one. Last week he made Gandalf, I think. Hey, Barbara. How are you feeling, Barbara? I know you're not feeling great, but I figured I'd ask anyway. So if you felt like talking about it or not, that's okay. We have Lynn here. We haven't had Lynn in such a long time in chat. It's so nice. It's a long time since then. And I don't even know what time it is. And what is it? It's 7 here. And are you 6 hours? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. It's 1 o'clock in the morning there. Okay. I know you will be, Barbara. I'm hoping that you'll be okay sooner. Okay. I might have to move this back a little bit because they're looking a little too, well, they were bigger. Been doing laundry. Oof. Yeah. Well, you have a machine in your house, right, Martha? My machine is not able to do heavy duty things. So like if I want to do my quilts, I have to go to an outside machine. And I've been wanting to do my bedspread. So once it gets like a little bit warmer outside, I'm going to be doing that. And I'm not going to put it in the dryer. I'll just lay it out on the grass. Might get some buggies in it, but we can shake them off. I know. You didn't fold again since the time you told me. Yeah, that machine's got the big tub one to do. But nice. Mine is a pretty big tub too, but it just doesn't handle it. It knocks around. Well, mine sounds horrible. Anyway, I got it. I don't know, right? I'm trying, life is funny. Everything is like pre-COVID or after COVID. I think I got it either during COVID or right after COVID. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know if one should drink one. You had both eyes done at the same time? Did they remove cataracts with LASIK? Oh, so many questions. June has so many questions because she was going to do that, but she never got around to it because, other things occurred. And I'm sorry about the pain. I'm sorry. Len, I'm so excited that you're telling me you got both eyes done that I forgot to mention that I'm sorry that you're in pain. All right. Now I'm going to have to, once this thing stops, see, even leach, this clay is, I'm thinking, oh, nice. So your eyes are in pain? You could see out of them though. Well, obviously you're typing. At my age, they're saying that if they did like LASIK, whatever you call it, the surgery, that I would still have to need glasses probably for close-up work, because if they make my eyes so that I can see far, I'm probably still going to need it for close-up work, which I really, I'm so used to not being able to see far, which, yeah. And the other thing was this best surgeon on Long Island that does it is pretty far away for me, especially since I don't drive those, and you can't drive when you're getting it done anyway. I'm still, you know what? I know I'm supposed to make his feet and hands bigger, but that just looks a little too big to me. So we're going to just trim it down a little bit. And I'm just taking, can't see what I'm doing. Maybe if I turn it this way, I'm just taking a little clay from the top and doing that. Now, what I've been doing with some of these mice with these hands and these feet is I've just been putting a piece like something like this, which is just like a flat piece of clay, baking it and then putting the fresh clay on it and forming everything. And I'm finding that that's been a little bit easier sometimes, especially with the hands. The hands, though, the one that's holding the holly, I can pretty much just put a wire in there for the time being, just so that it's holding the holly properly. But the one that's going to be holding the candle snuffer, I think I'm going to have to make the candle snuffer first, so that it looks like it's actually holding it and not just, I like to try when I have a chance. Like with Mrs. Cratchit, I made the plate first and then I sculpted the hands around the plate, because I want it to look like they're actually holding things. And I did the same thing with Tiny Tim. I made everything else first, dressed him the whole 9 yards, put him where he was supposed to be on Bob, on his dad, and then made his hands. Because I just didn't want to like make a hand like this and it wasn't like holding on to anything. I just don't think it looks good. Okay, just sore. Okay. See, even though it's clay, even though it's leached, I don't know if it's the lights because I'm sweating with this light already. It is still very um like soft. And I don't really like working with it because it's really hard to work with because it's just meow, you know. When I made the tail, I actually had to put the whole thing in the freezer, and Megan came over to me today and like, Mom, are you gonna be taking the mice thing out of the freezer? It's sort of like I can't put stuff in there. I gotta put stuff around it. It's sort of taking up a lot of space. Freezer is prime real estate over here in our house. Lots of frozen things in here. Okay. Well, we got one toe on. So my son is taking up golf now. He's been trying to, he's got this cutest little golf bag that leans. I'm not a golfer. I'm not a sports person at all. It's adorable though. Whoa, where am I going with that? That's a little too thin. See, this clay is just gunky. Oh, God. All right. We got to concentrate now. It's sticky, it's gonky, it's still too soft. And I had this going for over a day, and this has gotten all that crap on it. I hate clay that's got spots in it. Not that you see a lot of the spots, but before I'm using it, this has got a lot of spots in it. Okay, concentrate, June. Try it again. Yeah, this has got lots of gunk in it. But you know what? I'm just going to let it go. Maybe if I put some water on it, it'll cool it off a little bit. I don't know. Sorry that my hands are so filthy, but I really did try to clean them before from cleaning off the table. I did wash them, but I didn't have my scrub brush up here to scrub them, so that might be adding to the clay. Oh gosh, sorry, Barbara. Okay. So my sister had back spasms, and she was supposed to come in tonight, but she's going to lie down. So she's not coming in. And I've had that happen to me where hers is all over her back. Mine is usually my left side, and I was told it's not sciatica. I don't know how they can tell it's not sciatica. Are these going to come off easy? It's not sciatica, but it hurt like sciatica, or what I would think sciatica would feel like. Just trying to smooth it out a little bit. make a little separation. Anything that I can't figure out, like I know the wire is there, I'm going to bake it and then fill in if I have to. Because this clay is so mushy, it's easy to fill in and make it look smooth again. Okay. I only do I think I only do 4 feeties on 4 toes on the feeties. I don't know. I got to check the Cratchits because they have Scrooge and Molly have shoes on. I got to check what I did with the Cratchits. I think I only did 4. Hopefully I didn't do 5 because that's a pain in the neck. I might just do 4 on this. Let someone go through and count toes. So, that's a big nail. Oh, that's going to be impressive. I'm wetting my fingers so it doesn't stick to me as much. Okay, I don't know how much, like, I have it's not really a split level. Forgot what the guy called it. The inspector was here the other day. Caused me a lot of stress with that inspector. Long story about this. My husband was an electrician in the 5 boroughs in New York. I think I might have mentioned that once or twice before. And when he was doing things at the house, he was like, whatever we do, we're not getting it inspected, blah, 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 blah. And he sort of put the fear of, goodness knows about inspections. And everybody has stories. They come, they see this wrong, that wrong, and, whatever. And so after he passed, I decided to he redid a lot of the den downstairs. That's what we call it. When you walk into my house, to the right is like my dinette area. To the left is the living room. You go a little bit further in, and to the right's the kitchen. Then it's 6 steps up, 6 steps down. The 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the upstairs, 6 steps. And then right underneath that on the 6 steps down is this big room that you have the laundry room and everything else like that, which he redid. He put in like wood slats for the ceiling. And there was always a bathroom down there. It was a toilet and a sink. And it was really horrible looking, which we were able to buy this house because it was a fixer-upper. Otherwise, at the time, we wouldn't have been able to afford it. So we ended up really almost redoing the whole darn thing. But then he died in 2008 before he had planned out where he was going to put the bathroom, because although he was an electrician, he watched a lot of the other trades. And so he sort of learned how to do a lot of things like plumbing, putting walls up. One of the reasons why he was okay. Going up and have to. I will be in and out, air torn up, and have to turn it on and off and on for him. Okay. I'm not sure what all that means, but that's okay, Barbara. You just do what you can do, okay? So my son finally, because he's in solar, and he finally explained it to me. He was like, the inspectors in the city, which is where Eddie worked, were real tough. They were tough. They would, see all sorts of things. But the inspectors out here are a little bit less. So I was like, oh, that's good. Because if you're getting a plumber inspector, he's only supposed to inspect the plumbing. He's not supposed to be telling you anything else like that. He comes in, he inspects the plumbing, and he goes. Okay? So we finally got the inspector on Monday, and this has been because all right, I want to sell the house and I want to legalize all the things that we have done. So there's a couple of things I have to do to get the inspector. I like these feet because they're big, but they're not like too big. But the thing is, hey, Joanne. So it took me a really long time to get the darn bathroom done. I think there was like 3 different people working on it because the first time in my life that I had to fire a contractor, and this is in 2010. This is after my husband died. But I just wanted the bathroom was so ugly. It was a toilet and a sink, like I said, and it was just disgusting. And there was nothing you could do to make it pretty. And I wanted to put a shower down there because honestly, I had 2 kids that were both going to be teenagers at the same time. And I just thought having an extra shower would make a lot of sense. I'm glad you could join us, Joanne. So, okay, making this a very convoluted story. So I did the work in 2010 and I got the inspector and I had to, I was mentioning, I think, well, you had to get a plumber to do it because they had to do a riser diagram, whatever the frig that is. And he did a riser diagram. It's something about whatever. So this whole bathroom has been an issue since the beginning of time. It's sort of like they had, whatever. The inspector came. He mentioned some things, but thank goodness he didn't ask to go through the walls. And then my son, who happens to be living downstairs right now, he was like, oh, well, this is okay because there's no wall, and I'm like, and then he starts to tell me, and I guess because he thought I put the whole bathroom in by itself, then he tells me that, the walls, you got to get an engineer or some kind of building inspector and then the electrician and for the light. And I said to him, wait, there was a bathroom, there was a toilet and a sink, we just added a shower. So he backed off from all these other inspections that he was saying that I was going to get done, which thankfully, because that was just more money and whatever. So because I think my plumber wrote the thing wrong, but that was, just the whole thing. It was just a very expensive proposition for my plumber to go and do it because he didn't do any of the work. It was just very expensive. And we got it done. We're supposed to get the, whatever they call it, whatever form they send you. And I am just really glad that the whole thing is over with, because it was very annoying. Now, I'm just trying to raise these up like these are raised over there and then fix this now. Sometimes you can only fix this after it has been baked. Okay, because I want to have some knuckles there. Oh. So I think I'm going to wait till after it's baked because it's not coming out. So Barbara, if you're here, your daughter is getting married in this month. How exciting, sort of. I'm sure it's stressful. So before the inspector came, I was thinking, he was going to want to see the plumbing work in the walls, and we were going to have to knock down walls and this, that, and the other thing. So I have to be grateful that I didn't have to do all of that, honestly. But the amount of stress that thing cost me, I'm telling you, it's just ridiculous. And, and the thing is, the guy took less than 10 minutes looking at the bathroom, if he looked at the bathroom for 10 minutes, okay? He was in my house because he was a talker. He was in my house for, I think, 45 minutes. He sat down at the table and was telling me all these stories. And like, oh my gosh. I like, once he told me it passed, although I didn't have to go outside and write something up or whatever. And then once he told me it passed, it was like, okay, listen, you want to sit here for an hour or so? I didn't offer him coffee, which is something I usually offer somebody, or a glass of water, but I didn't want to get too friendly with him because he might never have left. Found out about his wife. I found out about lots of stuff. So, poor thing had knee surgery. I'm telling you, I found out more stuff. I can't. Yeah, I was stressed out, Barbara. But we had almost got everything done. Yes, you're very stressed out. I'm sorry, you're very stressed out. Yes, you almost everything is done. Thank goodness. So you can enjoy the day. All right, so we got his little feeties done. 7:41, not bad. Okay, I can't do any more on him because I got to bake him, and then I can fix some of these toesies to look a little bit better. Let's see if I can figure out how to do these. So I'm going to move him aside for a sec. Okay, let's have some fun with the candle snuffer. I don't know what I'm drinking here. I got coffee, mead, and a green smoothie. I got so many things to drink. I don't know. I'll take some of the smoothie. I got to get some ice in the smoothie, but that's okay. I'll finish the mead. Love the sound of that. Okay. Let me see what. I'll be right back. Ouch. Okay. Getting up. Now I know I can buy a candle snuffer, but we're going to make one. Oh, my glass pot. I know you have been very stressed too. Yes. Yes, I have been, but that's one thing that was stressed me out for years. This is far too small, but we're going to just look at it. And I don't have that anymore, and I'm very happy about that. Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm just going to move you over. I just got a whole thing of paper that I keep my paper in. Maybe I'll use that. Yes, having a granddaughter, that's lovely. This might be too stiff. Okay. I'm not going to, no, this is too stiff. I'm not going to do it in paper. I'm going to put clay over it. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie. I just wanted a piece of a little bit thicker paper than normal. Is this bendy? No, it's just worse than that. Let's see. I don't know what the heck this is. We'll try this. Okay. Yes, that's a really lovely part of it, Barbara, because you like children. I'm not too sure. I'm not. Children are okay. Not good. I know. I'm horrible with that. I just lost my thingy. Okay. Let's see. I'm putting it upside down because all right, let's try it. What the heck? Grandkids are the best. You know, I've heard a lot about that grandchildren are good. I'm reserving judgment. Yeah. But for the people that have had grandkids, I don't know. I think it's great that they're enjoying them, and I probably will enjoy my grandkids too. But I just also told my son, because he'd be the one that does it, he's not dropping the kids over the house and leaving. Maybe by the time I have grandkids, I'd want that, but maybe I should have cut this down. It always takes me a little bit of time to figure out how to do something. Always does. Okay. What scissors? I'm just gonna, I know this isn't the right way to do this, but I just want to get it smaller so I can maneuver it a little bit better. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. We're thinking as we're going. Yes, I love being Hanana. Yeah. You know, because when I was making the top hats for Scrooge and Cratchit, by the time I did Cratchit's, I was almost a pro at it because by that point I had I think I did 3 hats for Scrooge before I got the one. And the second hat I thought it was 4 hats for Scrooge because the third one I really liked, but then all of a sudden it cracked and you can't get like, what the heck was that all about? And I got a little upset about that. So I decided, and I don't know why this didn't work, but I decided to put that one on the Raven that I redid because it's for me and I didn't mind gluing it and stuff. So I had to make the 4th hat for Scrooge. And honestly, that's fine because I sort of like the 4th hat. So did I make this too small? No. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a little too small. So let's go around. You can always cut off more which we would probably have to do anyway, because if I get this straight the first time, that would be really stunning. Okay. Oops. Okay. So I wanted a big one. Maybe just a little bit smaller than that. Since I'm doing this before I'm doing the head, okay, because this is supposed to go, and that it doesn't sit on the head, but Scrooge uses it to put out the flame when he gets very upset at the end of his visit. Okay. All right, so now this is exactly straight. Let's try to straighten it up a little bit. Yeah, my sister was supposed to go and see her grandbaby this past weekend, but she ended up being in the hospital. Okay. Hey, Ashley. Great. I'm sorry. Ashley said she's on, but she can't comment for some reason. Okay. Hi, Ashley. How are you? It's coming soon, Ashley. Okay. Okay. So Cora was supposed to go and see her granddaughter, but Ashley can see you, but she can't comment for some reason. So it must be exciting after all the preparation. Okay. Oh, that's black polymer clay. How did it get there? Oh, yeah, I can comment. I'm sorry. Cora had to go. She was supposed to leave on Friday to go to see her granddaughter, her grandbaby. And her back went into spasms, her whole back. So she had to go in the emergency room between Thursday night and Friday morning. So they missed the flight entirely. She couldn't go. She was in so much pain and she was so upset. I spoke with her on Saturday because I know that once you're in like back pain like that, sometimes you just need a day, especially if you're on medical meds, to just become human again. So yeah. So I spoke with her on Saturday. She was still very upset, but she was still in a lot of pain. That's why I was saying, I think I said it, who knows? Shouldn't have me before I go on. Hers was on her right. It was all over her entire back that she was having spasms, but it ended up being on the right side. That's why she's not coming in later, because after she finishes work, she just wants to go lay down. And yeah, so, and hers is on her right, and thank goodness it's gone from being on her whole back, mainly just from her right side, but hers was radiating all over her back. When I get mine, it radiates down my leg, but still they say it's not sciatica. So I don't understand. I really don't understand. This is crooked. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't see that all night, because I would have went crazy. So she won't be in. Now I have to cover this with polymer clay. And I'm trying to figure out, what I was thinking is if I should stiffen it. If I stiffen it, there's going to be a problem because then I'm not going to be able to use it for a while. And do I need to, I think I do need to stiffen it. All right, here we go. Where is this stuff? Okay, it's not coming out. All right, this is Starbond. This is the really loose PV glue, PC glue, whatever that, super fast thin PC glue. PC glue, very thin. So I have to think of how I'm going to do this because I don't want to get it stuck all over the place. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this, Tucker, I hope she gets, thank you, I will. I think I should stiffen it because even with the polymer clay, this is just paper. I'm trying to think of how to do this. Let me see if I have some tin foil. I should have some tin foil. Yes, I do. Okay. I don't need that much. Maybe. I don't need that much. Now, let's see if we can figure this out. Paper, go back over there. Go back. Okay. I just had the scissors right here. Did I put them under here? Yes, I did. Woohoo. Okay. That's going to be my little thing to hold it. And oh gosh, I'm sorry. This toggle I am beating is twisted up. It's a start over. Hey Ashley, I'm glad you got it fixed. Martha, you know, I've been making things over. You know me. I make things over more times than anything else. Constantly. I'm trying not to smell this because usually I would put my mask on for this. And can you see the smoke that comes off of this? This is a trick. I know that I mentioned it before from Heather Tracy about how to stiffen up paper where it almost ends up feeling like wood. And I'm just going to stay way back from it because even though I have the window open, I'd rather do this with my mask, and I don't have my mask on. And if this gets stuck in it, that's fine. I don't care. Okay. Ooh. And then if this dries tonight, I can show you that it's like, it makes it as stiff as can be, which would be good for when I put the polymer clay on it. So it's coming, Ashley. Are you excited? And Martha, to tell you the truth, and I know this isn't, oh, that's lovely. To tell you the truth, I'm sort of glad that you mentioned that you had to start over again, because sometimes, and I know this sounds really silly, but sometimes I feel like I am the only one that redoes things. I just went and told you that Scrooge's hat was the fourth one. Jacob Marley, I had to redo. Those cash boxes, it was a horrendous thing the last time that we were on. I think it was that. Excited, nervous, and everything else. Yeah, yes. It's exciting and nervous and everything else, yes. But you're going to have a beautiful day. So I'm sort of glad that other people go through it, because when you craft by yourself, okay, when you craft by yourself and you watch people's videos, everybody's always seeming to get it done the first time, because they're not, no one's in a video is going to show you that it took them 14 times to get, not 14, but 3 or 4 times. Thank you, Martha. Because it's like, it's, you think that they're all, they do it once and it's perfect. I think Black Magic Craft just did a thing where he was wood cutting, linoleum cutting, I don't know, wood block printing on linoleum, where you have to cut the thing around. And he was showing that it took him a long time to get it done. And that was another video that I appreciated, because he was showing us his process and his learning and stuff like that. Because it's not like everybody else. Oh yeah, I sat here and 5 minutes later, I have a beautiful, I have a beautiful sculpture, you know. And sometimes you just want to see people's how-tos, but then sometimes you think of yourself while you're doing it, and I'm like, shoot, am I really that bad? Yes. And I understand. I understand that, Martha, because that is perfection, you know? Oh, wait a minute. I entered a contest. I thought I had a good chance of winning. It was decorating a jockey silk for the Kentucky Derby. The winner, and wait, the winner will be now. And I found out today my email with the entry. Oh, part two. The email with the entry. I'm waiting for part 2. Oh, Joanne. Didn't talk about disappointed and pet. I'm so sorry. I entered a. Oh, you would have been a Jack. You would have. Would you do me a favor? Would you post it on either your Facebook or give it to me or something? Because I would love to see it. If you want, send it to me now so I can show everybody else. I'm so sorry. It didn't post. What the? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. All right. And everybody can hold their ears, but what the fuck happened? Didn't post. What's that shit? I'm sorry. I'm Italian. I'm mad, and it starts to come out. And those were, that's it. I won't continue, because then it'll go really bad. I'm sorry, Joanne. That is so disappointed. If you want to, Joanne, I would love to see a picture of it so I can show everybody. So if you want to send it to me, I'd be more than happy to show everyone. And I am really sorry about that. It would put me in a bad mood too. Is this dry? I don't want to stick to it. Okay, so it takes paper and makes it very hard, which is good. Okay. Yeah. It's up to you, Joanne, but we would love to see it. I gotta get some more polymer clay. I've been having with my email account. You having trouble? Okay, send me a picture. think I can answer some of that, Martha, but I'm going to let Ashley answer that because it's her information. Oh, hold on. I got to. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Okay, sorry. This is Joanne. Oh, okay. Okay, everybody, if I go like this, you won't. Oh, maybe you can see it if I put it right in a circle. That is gorgeous. Sorry, I gotta look. Put in the set. Was Joanne's. Here. Can everybody see that? This was Joanne's submission that didn't get submitted. Now, was this full size, Joanne, or was this like just a mock-up of what you would do? Oh, this is so pretty. I love those colors together. I love the pink. Honestly, I know we goof around about it a lot, but I love like the dusty pink and apricots with that greeny sagey color. That's my favorite color, green, and I think they just go perfectly together. I have it, Joanne. That is, oops, that. Did everybody see Joanne's thing? I have to wait for Barbara to come back. So when Barbara comes back, I can show it to you. Be right back. Okay, Martha. Barbara, if you're here, let me know if you're here or not, because I want to show you what Joanne did. Oh, and I think I got another message, so I got to look at my messages. Hold on. Okay, no, I got it. Well, what is in this brown? What the heck? A pinhead. Okay, go over there. No, I need more. All right, let's get this to flatten out the way we want it to flatten out, and hopefully it'll work. They just didn't get it? I don't understand. Wait, where are we? I've been having trouble. I'm assuming that you're saying that you're having trouble with your email account. That really stinks, because that was beautiful. Oh, hold on, getting texted. That's my sister, just because I didn't answer her email. It was a picture in the news. I did it with fabric and rhinestones, of course, yes. It was a picture in the newspaper, June? I'm not quite sure I understand that. The background was a picture and you just... Look for a dowel that I could be big one is a bit too big. Okay. And now when you're doing that, Martha, do you leave the beads on the dowel? Or after you finish beading it, you take it off? Because would a pencil work? Barbara, okay, good. Don't leave. Hold on. Hold on a second. Don't leave. I want to show you Joanne's thing. Oops. Hey, messages. Look at Joanne's thing. I'm trying to show it to you best. I could probably just forward it to you. There, it's in the light thing. Look at how beautiful that is. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, okay, Martha, but then like would a chopstick work? Or are we talking smaller dowels than a chopstick or a pencil if you take it off? I don't know if you have chopsticks either. Yes, Barbara, isn't that beautiful? And for some reason it didn't go through, so it didn't get entered. Oh, okay, it was a coloring book sketch. Okay. The size of your thumb. Wait, size of your thumb. Okay. Size of your thumb. What is the size of your thumb? I'm thinking. Oops, hold on. I'm getting texted again. Oh, Cora says hi to everybody. Okay, and about your back, and they all hope you feel better soon. And then I'm going to hope you feel better soon. There, okay. Hey, Joel, there's Shannon. Hi, sweetie. Oh, the bachelorette party. Well, you be careful. I was just going to say, don't do anything bad. And I was like, why am I saying that? Go ahead, do something bad. What the heck? What fun, her bachelorette party. Okay, that's the top. That doesn't look good. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Might fit yours. Will not fit mine. Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of something the size of my thumb. There's got to be something that we could use. Any of your paintbrush holders? Paintbrushes? No, they're too thick. Oh. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Mom's going. Oh, well, there, there goes that idea, girls. How about a hammer? No, so a little hammer? Spool of thread is too thick. Okay. I'll try something. You know what, Joanne, it happened to me too, and I don't want to go into all of this too much, but just quickly, remember when there was a contest on Facebook with our masks and stuff like that? And I had worked very long and hard on my mask. And I think, you know, and then the rules were that you had to make it in the month of and I didn't know this until sort of like the last minute, that the rules changed. And well, not that they changed. I didn't know if the rules that you had to make it in the month of the contest. And I had been working on mine for about 2 months prior, and stuff like that. So I understand the disappointment, considering that, you know, if I won the Facebook one, I wasn't going to have, you know, it was nice, but it was fun just because it was a contest with the ladies and stuff like that. And yours was a much bigger audience than mine was, but I understand the disappointment that you went through. You know, I really, really, if anybody understands it, I believe I do. And but as far as I'm concerned, that is a gorgeous piece of art, and I'm very glad that you know, and I'm sorry you didn't win, but sometimes it's the journey. I don't know what the heck that means, but I figured everybody says it, so I might as well say it to you. Personally, I think it's a crack of shiitake mushrooms. I've already did my 2 curses for the day, or at least for what I could say on. Wow, you even got me to curse too, Joanne. Oh, it's okay, Ashley. It doesn't bother me now, but I was just saying that I understood the disappointment that you go through when you work really hard for something, and for some reason or another, it doesn't work out. I'm gonna get something to make an impression on this. I can see it. Oh, I think it went back over here. I can see in the dark over here. I can even get this drawer open. So, thank you, Joanne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you know what? No matter if it won or it didn't win, or if it was allowed to be in or it wasn't allowed to be in, I'm glad I made it. That's it. I'm glad I made it. I'll have it hopefully for the rest of my life. And for that alone, it was fun. Whatever spurs creativity is good. I'm going to see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to try something because I want to put a decorative trim around the base of the candle snuffer, or soon to be candle snuffer. And this has holly. We'll see if this works. I might have to do this, you know, tomorrow when I have time, like when I can really concentrate on it. It does work. Maybe I should put it on, let's see. Oh. It's too big, I think. Well, yeah, I don't know how else you could react, because when you put your heart and soul into something, Joanne, seriously, when you put your heart and soul into something and you take time and you put your creative effort in it, and it's one thing if you're doing it to create something that you're going to sell, or if you're going to create something for your house. And even like, let's just take that for instance. If I'm creating something for my house and it doesn't work out, it'll upset me, but I would go for like, I can skimp on, I don't think skimp is the right word. I could go a little bit less on the perfection thing. You know what I mean? Because I can get lost in perfection, just like Martha was talking about the toggle. You know, when she's doing stuff, she has OCD with her jewelry and stuff. I could get lost on the perfection things. This doesn't work. Why am I using this as a blade? So, and if it's for the house, I can, you know, I can make allowances here and there. If it's for the shop, no. And that's why I've made stuff so many times over to get something to be right. There's very few things that I think I've started that I haven't finished. But when you're doing something for a contest, you're putting, like, there's a lot of other energy involved in it, because it's, you know, is this good enough? I hope it'll win, you know. Yep. Oh, good. Okay. If they have the contest every year, that's even better, you know? As far as Barbara, I don't even remember the rest of the masks, to tell you the truth. I was in a little bit of a state. Good. I send it in next year. Are you allowed to send in more than one? You can make 2 of them next year and just like bombard the whole thing, you know? I didn't ask, what do you win? Besides knowing that you won. Sometimes that's just as much fun. That's, to me, I don't need to win, you know, I don't need to win anything. Just knowing that I won is the thing that makes you, okay, am I working? Oh, you can barely see what I'm doing. I'm all the way down here. All right. I'm going to be putting a round thing around the top and the bottom, maybe not that much, so I just got to move this down a little bit more. Okay, it's my sister's again, but we're not. Okay. I'm going to see it in a second. I want to finish this. Okay. And then I shouldn't have skipped the slide because I was mad. It's here where I received love and support. Thank you. You know what? Sometimes you don't feel like, hey, you don't feel like going on a live. That's fine. But I'm glad that, this is this is the remnants of our once large family, and we stick together. I was commenting about that when I first went on. When we first, there was a lot of other people, and last that I think of all those people, starting all the way back with the two starters, I don't even want to say their names, that I would be the only one left except for Martha, who goes on every once in a while. What's going on with my sister? Oh, okay. She sent me kisses. Okay. So, yeah, little did I think that I would be, I wasn't even going on at that point, but through the years. Does anybody know how many years it's been? Can someone figure out how many years it's been? Because I am really bad when it comes to figuring out years and how many years that we did this, how many years we did that. Does anybody have an idea? In case I need that again. I'm not sure about this rim. Not sure. You know what? I don't like it. I can tell you already, I don't like it. It's too thick. Thank you, Joanne. Yep. Yes, Joanne. I remember the mask, but I don't remember. But I do remember that I loved them and how much. Yes, I remember the same thing, Barbara. That they were very, very different, and I'm glad that everybody went in for it. Like a lot of people. I don't know if I'm going to use polymer clay to do this. I might use something else, but you know what? I'm just going to bake it like that first. And then I'm going to put like something like this so you can see this. Something thinner than this. Let's see if we can make it thinner if I just pull on it, and hopefully it won't break, around the bottom. But sometimes when you make a circle out of polymer clay, it can crack when it bakes. So what I might do, as usual, is bake this and then put the thing around the bottom after it's baked. I've been doing lives for, but how long is it when we first started watching with the group, with the original, with Angela and Ruby? How long has that been? And you know what, Joanne? Your art is good enough to win a prize. Let me just say that. Your art is good enough to win a prize. You would have not, I don't know what the rest of them look like, but that was a knockout. I mean, I don't know what the rest, I don't know because I didn't see them, but that was a beautiful, beautiful piece of art. So I've been, this is 2024. I thought I did it before COVID. Feels like I've been on for ages, but $9 years. Okay. So 9 years ago, we all sort of started hanging out and meeting, and like, I did not think I would be the only one besides you, Martha, who comes on once in a while to be doing this. That's for sure. That's for poopy sure. Now, maybe if I did it around here and didn't have, maybe I'd like it that way. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, well, we got to try to make it straight. I don't know if I'm in. Okay. Just a little texture of holly leaves, maybe. I might just leave that. Let's see. I'll have to make up my mind on that tomorrow because I'm not going to bake it tonight. So I think I got a lot. Okay. Herb's been gone 9 years, huh? Eddie's been gone in June of this year, 2008, 18, 19, 20, 20, 22, 23, 24, 16. Eddie's been gone 16. Well, Martha, please do more lives. It would be nice that, some of the old crew is back together again. Because you get different people on your lives than I do. Ow. Okay. All right, let's see. It's 8:30. We'll do them. Okay. So let's see. I have nothing else that I would like to accomplish because right now I'm at the stage where this thing has got to bake, and so does the candle snuffer part of him. So I can't do anything more. I could put the. Oh, you know what? Let me put the whiskers. Show you how I put the whiskers. Oh, I'm sorry, Martha. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to show up tonight. Okay, this is regular thread, and I put a lot of glue on it. I put tacky glue. I promise I will try to show up the next time, Martha. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for a doll needle. I don't know where I put them all. One of these has got to be these are beading needles. Where'd my doll needles go? You in here? Where's the real long ones? Ah, there you go. I show up to figure out how you bring works with your crafting. I show up to figure out how you bring works with your crafting. I'm not sure I got that. Joanne, there you go. That's what we want to hear you say. What did Joanne say? My mother always said, every cow thinks her calf is the prettiest after looking at the rest of. Oh, Joanne, I'm sorry. Ugh. And that's true. Every cow does. I remember. Okay. Oh, wait. No, how your brain works. My brain works. Oh, I don't know if I would want to go in there and try to figure out how that works. Okay, I'll tell you a quick story, but then I want to get what did I want to say? Oh, geez, I forgot everything. Oh, okay. Well, what I wanted to, yes, when I go for my walks, if I'm not listening to a audio book, I like today, the entire walk was taken up on how to do certain pieces of the spirits that I'm going, mainly the spirit of Christmas past, because there's a lot of stuff that with the wiring of the light that's supposed to be coming out of her head that I have to think through. I put a wire through her and I built her armature around that wire. I can't do it now, but it comes out, the wire comes out. You see where this red thing is? The wire comes out there. It's in the tail, what mainly might be why the tail gave me so much trouble. It went up the tail, up her body, and up through here, and that's the top of it. And then I'm going to put her on a stand and have the battery pack underneath her. But that, and also like how I was going to put, you know, how I was going to make this thing, and just different ideas. And then the holly leaf, I know how to do. That's easy. I have a what do you call those things when you, oh gosh, paper cutter. Let's just leave it like that. That big thing that you go back and forth, you twist it and goes in and out, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I have something like that. And then what I was going to do, and I made sure I kept reading what it said in the text. And then I was to make sure that this time I followed it, because I didn't, you know, because having to cut his pants down after I finished him and then put the tassels, like I said, that were mentioned twice. Yeah. Do you live? Okay. So, yeah, I'm not a part of any more groups, Martha. We had, I don't know if you heard me, we had that discussion earlier. So, okay. Dawn needle, glue stiffened thread. This one, I usually go straight across, but this one I want to do something a little bit different with. So I am going to see, if I can do it this way. I'm going from the top out the bottom. Okay. All right, that got bent. Scissors. Oh, nobody can see what I'm doing. That's not helpful. Okay, we'll do that again. Can you see now? Okay. All right. And now this one, I'm going to go straight. Am I on right? I can see. I'm going to go straight across. Okay. Now there's wire in here, so you have to have your needle. This one, I want this to go down. Okay, let's just get that off a little bit so I can arrange it. Okay. All right, I want his whiskers to go like out like that. And then once I get his whiskers in, good night, Lynn, I'm sorry. Take care of yourself. I'd love to do a hangout with you all when we craft and clean. Oh, okay, Martha. Well, I don't do the thingies anymore. The groups. We'll see. We'll think about all of that. Okay. Now, to keep his whiskers in place, You can do it with fabric tack. You can do it with any kind of glue, really. You just have to put a little smidgen on your needle. And there we go. And that will hold so they don't go through. Then you just have to try to clip them. And I think, except for signing it, and I can sign this guy on his shoes, Jacob Marley is done. So like I said, hopefully tomorrow I'm going to take a picture of them and put them on my Facebook page, because they have been on other Facebook pages, not Jacob yet, but you get to see him first. Why is there hair? Oh, glue stiffened thread. Glue stiffened white thread. I used to use the fishing line, but it was transparent, and I changed over to, oh, this would have been a good thing maybe for you, Martha, to use for your thing, 'cause this is hard plastic. And it's a little thinner than my thumb, but then my thumb has like a threaded joints. I used to use, going back, stop squirreling, I used to use thin fishing line, but I don't use that anymore. I like the thread better. I want them to stay up. Now, if they don't stay up, what I'm going to do is I'll put more glue on that. I'll put more glue on that and just, you know, try to keep it up. But I wanted him to look like, you know? It's hard to make a mouse look like, freaking out and stuff. Okay. So, I think that's it. It's 8:43. I think that's pretty good. Let me change. Oops, got it. Oh, wait a minute. I got to mirror my camera. Sorry. Hold on. Wait a second. There we go. All righty. So, let me turn on the light. Makes this less glaring. This thing, I can't wait to get this thing off. It's been making me sweat for hours. Yeah. Whoa. Good. Okay. So we got things done. I'm so glad. I can't see now because that road is so intense. I got his whiskers on Jacob, and I just might have to like glue them a little bit more so they stay exactly where I want them. I got the feeties. Whoops, the feeties, in case you couldn't see them. The feeties done, with maybe a little bit more work. I got the beginning of the candle snuffer done. And we got to chit and chat. So everything is wonderful. So, let's see. I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to be on next week or not, but I hope to be. Sometimes, usually I like having my sister come on because, Teresa had mentioned that it was nice because I don't see my sister that often. She lives in California. I live in New York. And it's nice that we get to, we do talk at least once a week that we talked, and especially since she's been going through some really bad stress with her back and stuff that we talked a couple of times this week. But it's really nice to at least see her and say hi. So uh, she was supposed to be on tonight, but like I said, her back was really hurting, so she just wanted to lay down. So hopefully next week we'll all be together. Antonio wasn't here. I wonder if he's doing okay. And also, I didn't see Shirley, but everybody else that usually comes in is usually it was here. So I want to thank you. And we had Lynn come in, which was wonderful. So that's about it. I'm going to be posting all these guys on Facebook, hopefully. And my face is looking thinner. Oh, thank you, Joanne. I've been walking an hour every day. And good news for me at least. I don't know if anybody saw my Facebook posts, but I had been wanting to get, I've been doing a lot of smoothies and things like that, and I had a Ninja. Now, I have a Ninja coffee machine that my sister had when I visited her in California. I don't know how many years ago. Megan would know. It's at least 4 or 5 years ago, and I fell in love with her machine, and she bought one for me. So my Ninja coffee maker is one of my most loved kitchen appliances. And you can put it on a timer, you can do cappuccino, you can do a lot of different things. It's not a cappuccino maker, but you can make all different size coffees. You can make coffees over ice. I just love my Ninja, and we've been getting the stuff to clean out the water tank every 2 months. It's just one of my favorite things. You can time coffee. When I was working, I used to do it the night before, and at 5 o'clock in the morning when I'd wake up, the first alarm, and then I put the snooze, and 10 after 5, I'd go down and I'd have a perfect cup of coffee. It was lovely. But I had a Ninja blender, and the Ninja blender for me does not work as well. It would leave pieces of stuff. Like, I don't like having a fruit smoothie where I'm still getting the seeds of raspberries or blackberries, and I do like having blackberries in my smoothies, or any other like pieces. There was always pieces. So and I've been doing research. I have done more research on this, and I think I mentioned it on my Facebook post about this Vitamix blender than I did for my car. I had watched more videos, I read more articles. It's been crazy, but I got myself my Vitamix blender, and here's my green smoothie. It sort of looks, but there's spinach in there, frozen spinach, and all sorts of things. I've been making my nut milks. I make cashew and pumpkin seed milk. And that was another thing that the Ninja just could not perform, because there was a lot of sediment left, and I felt like I was wasting money, because I buy organic pumpkin seeds and I buy organic cashews, and you don't want to leave half of the meal in the nut bag that I was squeezing out. So I got my Vitamix blender, and I have to tell you, this thing is a beast. But I'm having so much fun with it because I'm learning. I'm doing different recipes, and I'm learning how to use it. This one happens to have half an avocado, spinach, half an apple, some date paste, and my cashew pumpkin seed milk, and I don't know what else I put into it. And I had a smoothie this morning that had oatmeal and some other stuff in it, and there is no particles. It is just done. And I have to say, Vitamix blenders are very expensive, and I decided that with all the stress that I was going through with this thing that has been scaring me for a very long time to get the bath. I know this sounds crazy, but for some reason it was just frightening. Everybody has these things that scare them. And this thing has been scaring me for years now, because I thought I was going to have such a problem. Like, he was going to ask me to knock down walls and this and that to show the plumbing. Thank goodness he didn't. I decided that I deserved a treat, and I had been saving some money, and I got my Vitamix blender. It was very expensive, but it is worth it. That thing is a monster. And I even have a sound meter. Decimal, I think it's decimal, whatever it is, app on my phone, so I can see how loud it is, and it's not any louder than my Ninja was. I think it's a lot less loud than my Ninja, especially on the lower speeds. When you bring it up to 10, it's loud, but it's not that bad, because I was having Megan go upstairs to the bathroom, which is sort of right by the kitchen, like 6 steps up, well, on an angle, whatever. But it wasn't that bad. So I am a now proud owner of a Vitamix. So my Ninja coffee maker and my Vitamix are side by side, and I am a happy camper. So, yeah, I am very happy about it. I made hot cashew queso, which was one of the recipes. I wasn't too thrilled with that, but I figured out ways because I'm not a vegan. And I'm not really vegetarian either. You know, I will eat chicken or fish and sometimes whatever, but I stay away from meat a lot. I don't. Last time I had chicken was like 2 weeks ago, so it's not like there's a lot of meat or chicken or stuff like that in my diet. I do have milk and eggs. So I'm thinking with the cashew queso next time, instead I might put some milk in it instead of the almond milk, which I don't have. I could make almond milk, but I use my cashew pumpkin seed milk. I think I'll put regular milk in it, and I think that would make it really a little bit more cheesy because you use nutritional yeast to give the cheese flavor. And the thing came out, and it comes out, you run it for like 5 to 6 minutes, and it comes out steaming hot. It's just great. And it's not heating, it's the friction of the motor. It's just fabulous. So I'm having a lot of fun mashing things up, and I'm sort of finding out what I like and I don't like. Like when I made my date paste, you have to soak the dates, but still with the Ninja, I would still get particles of, like, it didn't break it down enough. Or if I put oatmeal in my smoothies, it was mealy. There was texture to it, and I don't really want that texture in my stuff. But this thing annihilates it. It totally annihilates it. And they have this tamper thing that you can tamp the stuff down. Oh, that's fun. I'm having a lot of fun. So they're both together. They're making friends downstairs, my 2 appliances, and I am very, very happy that I got it. Now, the only thing is, I got to look up on YouTube because I have a thing that grinds my wheat. I have 2 things that grind wheat. One, a hand thing with a big flywheel, and the other thing, I bought this Como mill a couple of years ago, Komo, and those are made in Austria. If you look them up, they're gorgeous. And one of the reasons why, well, 2 or 3, okay, 3 reasons is they're a fabulous machine with all the ratings. They're made in Austria with, I think it was German engineering, and I happen to think that, and this could be right, wrong, or different, anything that's, German engineering, is going to be good. And the other thing is that they employ a lot of disabled people in their factory to make them, and all those things, because it was either that or a Nutri-Mill, and I just decided to go with the Como mill, and it's wood. It's really pretty. So I've been using that to grind coffee beans, but I'm wondering if I could use my Vitamix, but not the dry container, just the regular container, because they also have a dry container that you can grind grains. And I don't want to buy a third thing that can grind grains because I got 2 already. But I've been grinding the coffee in the Como mill. So, didn't I Love Lucy sell them? I don't know. I really don't know if she ever did that, because they've been around for years and years. There's a factory. I think their factory is in Ohio. They're American made. I don't know where they get their parts from. I know people, but they are made in Ohio. I really love the thing. Love my new blender. I love my grain mill, and I love my coffee maker. So now that we went through all of that, but I'm just going to say goodnight. It's 8:54. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I'll see you next week. I'm sweating because it's hot in this room. So until I see you again, have fun creating beauty. Good night, everybody, and thanks for coming. Bye.